Group 3, welcome to week 3 of high school sailing. This week we're going to focus on starts and race course management. So building off of what we did in week 1 and week 2, week 1, if you recall, we focused boat speed. Week 2 is focused on boat maneuvering, tacks, jibes, and mark roundings. As I said, this week we're going to focus on starts and start strategies. Okay, basic race course layout. You'll see here I've defined what 99% of the time you will have in one design racing in high school. You have a start line. Start line is defined by committee boat and pin. That defines your start line. Windward mark, you guys, I think everybody knows the windward mark. Gate, a little bit different than what you did last week. You go through the gate, you don't go around the gate. You go through and then back up. And then we have a finish line. So in any regatta, this is 99% of the time the layout that you're going to see. Okay, just to animate a little bit about this, of how you would maneuver your boat around a course like this. I've had my little animated 420 here. So you would go through the start sequence, you would start, you would work your way up around the course, windward mark, through the gate, back up to the windward mark, through the gate, and then over to the finish line. It's not always that exact course. You need to pay attention to your race instructions, but in general, that would be the course that you would go through. Okay, so now we're going to talk about strategy a little bit here. There's some things that'll help you get around this to get a good start, to have a good chance of doing well in the regatta. And that's what we're going to focus on today. So one of the terms you always hear myself, or what I would use, is parking lot. When I tell you to be in the parking lot, you can see the position of these boats relative to the start line. That's the parking lot. You want to be in the parking lot 3 minutes to about 1:30 seconds before the actual start of the race. This is where you want to be. At 3 minutes, you should be talking strategy. At 1:30 seconds, you should start executing that strategy. So as we transition over, you should be at the start line 1 minute to about 45 seconds. You should be pushing the start line. And as we get down and further into the sequence, at about 10 seconds to 5 seconds, that's where you'll accelerate your boat to full speed and then charge across the start line. Hopefully you guys can pull this off. It sounds simple in PowerPoint, but it takes a lot of practice to get good at this. Okay, so the drill that we're going to do this week. So wind direction, we'll have a start line set up. There may be a committee boat here. We may drop a mark and the committee boat might float, but we'll have a start line and a windward mark. So what I need you guys to do is group up in the parking lot. We just talked about that. Rather than do a full 3-minute drill, we're going to start at 2 minutes. So once you guys have grouped up in the parking lot, we'll do a 2-minute whistle. 1 minute whistle, we want you guys to be over at the start line, managing the start line. That's the idea here. If you guys are doing a good job of managing the start line and the majority of the fleet's over there, we'll allow you to go around the course. So you'll go up to windward and come back down through the start line, and we'll start over, re-rack and start over. If we have a bad start, we're just going to re-rack. You guys won't head back up. So the focus really is to continue to build your skill sets. Okay, bringing it all together, roll tacks, what we talked about several for the past couple of weeks. If you need to watch the video for a refresher, watch the video, watch yourself. I've got several videos of you guys roll tacking. Boat speed, ever important to find that windward mark. Mark roundings, there's some videos out there of good mark roundings, and there's some videos where you, some of you took advantage of a good mark rounding and actually got ahead in the drills last week. So take a look at that. Ley lines. I will continue to reinforce this. I don't want you guys just running to the ley lines, or even worse, overstanding ley lines. So we're going to try to bring these into the drills as well. And then all the start strategies we talked about. Look forward to seeing you on the water this week.